Now that we have everything ready, it is time to start this bathroom transformation. Now we are going to start by repairing the tub. This tub has those chips in the paint and the divots. It's always been there ever since we purchased this house, and it's always bothered me, but I haven't done anything about it, mainly because I didn't know how to repair it. So we are going to be using some DWIL tub and tile paint. I've never done this, so we're doing this together. This paint is perfect for a beginner or any kind of DIYer, but it's also great for an expert because it has everything you need to repair the paint. So the first thing I'm going to do is clean this tub very thoroughly. We don't want any dirt or scum or anything on the tub. Then I sanded the chipped areas. There's sandpaper that comes with the paint. I sanded these chipped areas as smooth as possible. I want to make sure there is no rust in these areas and that everything is clean, prepped, and ready to be painted. Another thing that comes with the paint is some painter's tape and this really cool combination of tape and plastic. The worst part of painting is the prep work. I think anybody that does that knows that the worst part is just getting everything ready. So this tape is so cool. All I had to do was tape it along the edge of my tub and onto the floor, and then I could straighten out the plastic, which protected the shower surround tile and also the tile on the floor. Now we're going to get our paint ready, and the only thing we have to do is take this little bottle of hardener and squeeze the whole thing into the paint. It comes with a stirring stick, and so I stirred the hardener and the paint together thoroughly. You want to make sure everything is well combined. I poured my paint into a painter's tray, and then I took the roller that came with the paint and I began to paint the tub. I am painting every part of this tub, the outside, the top, and the inside. You don't want to miss any areas, so be thorough with this step. Once I finish rolling on the paint for this first coat, I let it dry. Now you can just continue to add more coats of paint using this roller, but I personally like the look of a paint sprayer. So for the next coat, I got my paint sprayer and I simply added my paint to the paint sprayer. This paint is water-based, so if there is any overspray, I can clean that up easily. I made sure that every inch of the tub was covered in the paint, and then I let it dry for 2 hours. Another thing that I love about this paint is the low odor. Sometimes when you paint a room, it just smells so bad. Well, this didn't have that paint smell, which makes this paint ideal for painting indoors. I actually ended up doing 3 total coats of paint, so I went in and did my final coat with the paint sprayer. Once this tub was completely saturated in the paint, I let it cure for 24 hours. It does take 7 days to dry completely, but that's okay with me. I want to make sure that this paint is sufficiently cured, durable, and long-lasting, which we will achieve after 7 days. Now it's time for the big reveal. This is my favorite part, is pulling down all of the plastic and pulling up the painter's tape so I can see how beautiful everything looks. You cannot see any of those damaged areas. Any of those areas that had that chip paint, it's now completely gone. Everything is smooth, it's clean. This tub looks brand new, and it was so much more affordable than purchasing a new tub or having to pay for a professional to refinish this for you. Let's do a quick paint comparison between our DWIL paint and Rust-Oleum tub and tile paint. These paints are virtually the same price, but you get more paint for the money over the Rust-Oleum paint. The odor comparison is astounding. I opened the Rust-Oleum lid and just about passed out. It smelled so strong. I love the DWIL paint and how it's low odor. I'm going to paint the DWIL paint on one side of the tile and the Rust-Oleum paint on the other side to test drying time. After an hour of dry time, the DWIL paint was fully dry, but the Rust-Oleum side was still tacky. You can see fingerprints on the Rust-Oleum side. Dry time was much quicker on the DWIL paint. Of course, both packages came with the paint and activator, but DWIL also provides a paintbrush, tape with plastic, sanding paper, and a stirring stick for roughly the same price. In my mind, there's no comparison. DWIL paint is the hands-down winner. I will leave a link to DWIL in my description box so you can head on over to their website and check out all the amazing paint options that they have.